And you were part of so many memories with the WWE as well. Getting to work the first WrestleMania and the opening match. That is a huge, huge deal. Talk to me about what that experience was like.
Well, as a matter of fact, God bless his soul, Hulk Hogan and myself are the only two wrestlers who were on the first nine WrestleManias. So the experience to be on WrestleMania one, I don't know if you were a fan back then, but me and Greg Valentine had a real hot feud, and we were selling out arenas without Hogan being on the card. And I thought I was going to have a pretty good spot on WrestleMania one. Come to find out, I was the opening match. And I was pretty disappointed, when I found out I was the opening match. But now, looking back, that was one of the best things to happen to me. It's a nostalgia question, and nobody can take that away from me. I was the first match, and I was the first. I had the first victory on WrestleMania one.
Why did you feel disappointed at the time?
Well, I just felt disappointed because I thought that me and Valentine should have been one of the main bouts that night. Valentine ended up wrestling JYD, and I don't know if you remember if you watched WrestleMania one, but he was on the third or fourth match, and they had a deal where I did a run in, and then it kind of put a little bit of flames on the fire for me and Valentine to continue wrestling, on other cities.
I think there's something to be said about having that honor to open WrestleMania because they say like the two most important spots to be on the card are the opening match and the main event. And you got that honor to be the opener of the show. So it definitely is a good feeling. And like you said, you were there for the first nine. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, but it, right before I went through the curtains, WrestleMania one, Vince McMahon stood beside me, and he says, "Tito," he says, "the reason you are on the first match is because I need for you to get the people off their butts." He said, "You're going to set the tempo for the night." And I completely changed my attitude when he told me that. I had a job to do, and I went out, and because I was over with the crowds, the crowd got with me pretty good. And I had a different outlook on why I was the opening match. I realized that it was an important part of the night.
Yeah. And look what WrestleMania became, just such a phenomenon. 42 years still going strong. I mean, to be a part of that legacy, it's got to mean something.
Oh yeah, I mean it's I'm proud to be part of that.
Yeah. And you also got to win championships during your time in WWE, as we said at the early top of the broadcast. Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion. Um, you got to wrestle a who's who of opponents during your time in the WWE. Who were some of your favorites?
Well, my first title win was in Boston at the Boston Garden against Don Morocco. I mean, Don Morocco was one of the best. He was a fantastic. And the reason that I got as good as I did is because I wrestled great opponents that I learned a lot from every time I stepped into the ring. So I wrestled against Don Morocco. I had the belt for about 8 months, and then I dropped it to Greg the Hammer Valentine. And me and Greg Valentine had the longest feud in the history of the WWF. We wrestled each other for everything included was close to 2 years. All over the country, even overseas, and we had fantastic matches. And we were drawing, selling out big arenas without Hulk Hogan being there because the people really got into our feud. I don't know if you remember, I had a surgery on my knee, and they filmed the surgery, and we talked about something that was real. The people were able to get into it and feel my pain and feel they wanted me to get Valentine. So eventually I got him in a cage match in Baltimore, got the title back. I had it again for another 8 months, and then I wrestled Macho Man Randy Savage in the Boston Garden, and I lost the belt to him then. And then I had the honor to team up with Rick Martel, and we were Strike Force. We won the tag team titles. That was my second round with the tag team. I was the tag team champion with Ivan Putski in 1979. So I had a great career in the WWF. I mean, when I left, I had been in the WWF longer than anybody else, including Hulk Hogan.
Wow, I mean, it's amazing. You get to see so many changes too. I mean, you were there for the iconic golden era, as well as seeing the rise of people like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker and Diesel, and just see so many guys like on their way up. I mean, it's got to be an amazing feeling, like looking back and going, "Wow, I was a part of history."
Yeah, I mean, there were so many stars that were created there, and Vince McMahon. Let's face it, the guy knew what he was doing. He knew how to create a star. He knew how to push it, how to sell it to the crowd. And all of a sudden, selling all kinds of different merchandise all over the world, and we're going into different countries, and I mean, it was the growth from going from territory to territory, driving on your car to flying everywhere. It was something that it was hard for somebody like myself to even imagine. When I got started.
Yeah.